Hello, and welcome to Noemi, Oracle Priestess, Bear of Victory channel. And for those of you who already know me, what's up? Archangel Michael, please protect us as I channel the energy for the next reading. So, the last thing that we had was the next 24. And within that, how did it go for you? I hope it went well. You know, there's a lot of talk about the 8-8 portal, which is really fascinating to me when I see stuff like that, because it reminds me of the hype of everything, the hype of how we commercialize even the smallest little things. It's okay, I guess. But the thing is, energetically, there's things happening all the time. There's things leading up to these so-called portals. And it's not just today, and if you missed it, like, you're done. This time is about empowerment. And I was reading something yesterday, and it was talking about how be careful of wanting followers and subscribers, because with that, it brings things that are unwanted. So my intention here is to empower you, to strengthen you, to teach you, so that you allow. So a lot of the titles are going to be like, oh, what is that? Oh gosh, here we go. It's a drag. No, it's important. Like the next 24, you will be surprised and delighted. You are ready. No weapon formed against you will prosper. Financial discipline. It's all coming together. It's a message. It's a puzzle for your highest good. And actually, there's a lot of portals that open a lot of times. I often can feel it when I'll get my feet will get really cold, or my hands get really cold, and it's just this feeling that comes over me, and then I write down what's going on. But more than anything, and I have a couple of notes here that I'll read, it's more about opening ourselves up to love, right? It's not like, oh, it's all love and light. It's all love and light. No, it's divine justice equals divine love, divine justice. So people that are fighting child support, people who are fighting for, I should say, not fighting against, divorces, anything that's institutional on the institutional level, as far as courts go, government goes, just anything that you can think of that you have been really suffering from or fighting for. It's like there's a flip side to the energy. And I really feel like people use 8-8 as a time to manifest and harvest energy. This is not true for everyone, but you do have to be careful of the stuff you watch and the stuff that you consume. Be a good consumer, even energetically. A lot of you are very much protected, and especially if you are on a journey that seems really new and you are in the middle of a court battle, a divorce, or trying to make sense of something that seems to be broken, especially romantic relationships, family relationships, kids being out of whack, whether it be younger kids or adult children. So the energy right now, it's about having an empowerment, a strength to push through. I haven't posted my whole, I was like, yes, I'm about to do this, I'm about to do that. And then boom, I got sick. I got an infection. I had to fight through that infection. I can barely talk. I can barely talk now. And it had to do with me going to the dentist, and then it just was a whole crazy thing with my nerve being hit. It swole. It made my eye swollen. It made my whole entire right side swollen. And I couldn't do what exactly I set out to do. And isn't that the story of our lives? Is I can't do what I set out to do, because the Most High God has a plan for our destiny. And sometimes we need to slow down and see what it is that the Most High God has for us. There's a lot of empowerment through your solar chakra and your sacral chakra. So make sure that you are harnessing that power. There is peace, prosperity, and a fruitful harvest for a lot of you. And for some of you, it's going to be challenges, frustration, psychological blocks. But push through. Push through, because everything happens for your highest good. It's also a time of embracing yourself, your friends, your enemies, mankind, and even just social order. Embrace what you're going to bring to that social order. No longer should you be feeling like, oh, well, I'm just disconnected from that. That doesn't bother me. Oh, that's immigrants. Oh, whatever. I don't know. That's Republicans and Democrats. I don't really care about that kind of stuff. It's not about you caring. It's about really, or even joining a party or whatever. It's more about, where do you fit within this reality, and how does others connected to you fit with these realities, and getting together and collaborating and understanding and accepting and not dividing, right? Because everybody's going to have a different way of viewing things. It's just how we harness that comfort, that joy, that pleasure, and knowing that we are just not all the same and we don't all have the same beliefs. But how does that fit with the authority over us, with the elite system that has been created? And we have to see exactly how we fit and what we will bring to what it is that pertains to us, right? Because everybody has a mission and somehow. Also, the energy is helping to harness the empowerment of the divine feminine. Remember, we all possess the same energies. We have solar plexus, like I said in the beginning. And yes, it is soul time. The frequency of soul time asks us to allow the possibility of a new reality to emerge, as I was saying, one that embraces the concept that the corporal body is mortal and the soul is timeless, limitless, and infinite. So we are held to that creativity. We take that, and we take that and we put that together, and there is something that emerges from that. I'm not used to the camera being over here, so I'm doing the best I can. And that's all we can do, is do the best that we can, but make sure that we're giving it the 100% that we're supposed to give it. Yeah, we have crown chakra number 7. I kept seeing 7s too. And we have the heart chakra fully opening. Whether you want to or not, this is all that's happening here. Oops, sorry, I always do that. We have this one. So let's see what the Ascended Masters are talking about when it comes to that. Yeah, there's a lot of praying and meditating and becoming one with the things around you. But also there's fertility. So if you're trying to have children, or you're trying to create a new project, now is definitely the time, especially with you have the frequency of the solar plexus, the yellow flower of life, your sense of self, your personal power, your willpower, the inner knowing, and how that is going to contribute to the whole of your soul family, your soul time. And then you have the frequency of the crown chakra, which is your ability to transmute the negative things. So, well, it helps him because you have the divine frequency that comes through and the little messages that you get, the little nudges, your gut feeling that tells you that something is wrong. Okay. We have energetic curing. Okay, we have energetic curing, and we do that in a form, it's a form of magic, and we must practice a lot of patience during this time, and we have to learn how to delight in the things that we don't understand, and that is pretty hard. So let's see what messages they have for you. Let's see what messages they have for this so-called portal. But like I said, it's definitely it's a time that began for a while now, and especially ever-changing forces since the eclipse. Okay. So we have a win-win outcome is forecasted, right? So because of the scales of justice, because of things being balanced out. Sorry. We have Cancer season thrusting us forward. You and your loved ones are safe. You are good enough. And adjustments are required during this Aquarian age. Now, let's bring it back to Earth talk, right? Because a lot of us, and I got the Hierophant that came out again. So the Most High God is on top of this, on top of everything as usual. And then we have the Magician, which came out in another reading I was doing on my Spanish channel. And look, we have the Six of Cups. I'm gonna organize this. You could be feeling a lot in Capricorn energy where you're trying to get yourself organized, and you could be feeling a bit pessimistic. So, try to fight through that pessimistic energy. It's gonna dwindle. We are in Mercury retrograde, so be careful with your emails, with the things that you write. If you need to erase your text messages a couple of times, just go ahead and do that. And really beware of the negative thoughts that you are thinking of, and make sure that you're transmuting that. So we got the Magician again coming out together with the Five of Cups. Hard work, you're trudging through, and something trying to weigh you down, but you keep moving. So, and that is the magic of transmutation. Right? You have to keep moving forward. You have to keep pushing yourself. Just like I had to do that with my sickness, my unfortunate thing where I felt like it was like July 26th and I was like, man, I'm doing this. Let's go. I'm at my highest of the high. I'm feeling energetic. And then boom, that happens. And we have strength. So we have strength, we have the lion there, just you putting yourself in the mouth of the lion. And as you see, she is wearing red, okay, passion, getting things done. And her hair is covered. Her hair is covered. It's a sense of, I'm pulling it all back. I'm pulling things back. I'm pulling my energy back. And I'm actually moving very, very quietly. I'm not letting people know what I'm doing, right? And yes, because we have the wand. We have the wand. So she's using her wand, okay? Her transmutation wand, her wand of getting things done. And she's got it because she's only feels like she has one chance. This is the energy of get it done, taking action, and getting things done the way that they need to be done. As most of you have been pushing forth. Here we have, yes, observing. And at a certain time, a certain point, and it depends on where you are in your journey, you would put that sword behind you and you'll start observing, right? Because we have the sword, and then we have the wand, and which one are you going to use? Well, a lot of you will be putting that sword behind you and saying, it's time for me to observe and see who I want in my life, who and what and where. And after those emotions and you knowing that you're good enough and their justice coming forward, you tend to see that the Most High God is there and has never left your side. And that is what's important, right? Because at the end of the day, that is what we live for. We live to glorify the Most High God. And how we do that is we remember that your talent can bring joy and beauty to a world that sometimes is dark and discouraging. And when we have the solar plexus, soul time, the crown chakra, and the heart chakra all in line coming out, it really gives us a sense of it is your time. You got this. You're gonna win. It's just divine justice and divine love. Let's see what your ancestors are saying about this time. So these are what the portals are about, because we have different portals, right? We have different openings in the energy, and you feel it, but you're not sure, and then you feel like you missed it, but you don't. You can always harness that power. It's always at our disposal. You have the Druid. Maintain space with certain people, but maintain space and understanding that you are in charge. And also maintain space in giving yourself time to kind of go with it. This person has a clear quartz, and is relying upon this to guide him. So, you don't really need clear quartz to guide you, but it is a symbol. So what is your symbol? What is your strength? And you must be strong, and you must be sincere. Use the sword for that, because we have now him holding the sword. So he goes from that to holding the sword, right? And holding the sword is about having strength and sincerity during this time. That is what's going to get you through. Be sincere. There's a strength and a vulnerability to being authentic that takes us to a whole new level. And it is very hard for some people to be authentic because they've built this fortress of another mask, and they are definitely afraid to lose what comes with that fortress. And it's okay if you lose those people. They weren't meant to be. Those who mind don't matter, and those who matter do not mind. So harness that untamed potential, the strength, the speed, and rely on the wrath of God to just clear the way for you, so you can have that energetic soul knowing and your creativity. Like for those of you who are, starting your own business or leaving those relationships that no longer serve you, or that job. Some of you were even fired and also left to be alone and help raising your kids and doing that. Man or woman, it doesn't matter. They're saying use your creativity to get through this. You will be able to channel your creativity during this time, and that will bring forth who will help you. Invite help and be open to having a win-win outcome, because that is what the energy is saying. As long as you have been clearing and allowing the clearing of your energy, which is forgiveness, letting go, pivoting, not talking bad about your ex, or talking about your ex-boss, or talking about bad about your ex-friend. Like, let all that stuff go, because, people will be who they are no matter what, but you must maintain who you are and what that means for you. Because none of that stuff, none of those, talking about somebody else or wishing bad on them, that just creates more issues for you. I see strength. I see magic. I see miracles. I see the Most High God showing you who you are. And it looks absolutely, positively beautiful. I hope I help heal at least one person in the world today, and I sure hope it was you. Please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment down below. You never know who you can help. I appreciate all you watching. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.